Hello. Do you realize that your quote-unquote definition of a veteran as someone deployed in combat completely overlooks every single person serving stateside or in peacetime? Well, now the key word is right here. Serving. Service. Serviceman, servicewoman, in the service. That's why I refer to my time at the Presidio as my service. If you wish to apply this more globally, indeed, dealing with a country that imposes the draft per se, or more to the point, universal conscription, then yes indeed, you are quite correct. You could accurately refer to absolutely everybody as a veteran. Yes indeed. My definition, by definition, does not have to be your definition. How can you justify living in that huge house all by yourself? You mean in lieu of everything going on right now out there in your city? I can justify this, boys and girls, because I happen to be endowed with a compelling, driven, pathological, possibly even homicidal need to live alone. Solitude. Singularity. Survival is not selfishness. Survival is self-preservation. Self-preservation that I might possibly go right on being of some service to all of you. Did you ever shop at Wal-Mart before it closed? Wal-Mart? No. I did used to get stuck out there between bus transfers, and I would go into that store, and in so doing, I did discover the one point that I will say in favor of Wal-Mart, as deplorable as Wal-Mart is. They had one thing going for them. They had a real deal, genuine article, authentic, day-old bread rack. A discount rack for the bakery there. 50% off, 60% off, 75% off. Now mind you, the baked goods that were on sale were inferior. They were incredibly low grade, subpar, substandard. They were downright crummy. But nevertheless, if you place quantity before quality, they really had something there. I won't miss Walmart, but I will miss that discount rack. Tell you true. Have you ever read Mein Kampf? Yes, I have. It's right there on the bookcase. You see it? It's to the right. And you know something? A book with all that infamy, with all that notoriety, it's going to have designations applied to it, of course. Atrocious, appalling, horrifying, despicable. And I got a designation of my own to apply to that book. Boring. That book is so damn boring. I do believe that it would be more stimulating to read the telephone directory than to read that book. In fact, there's only one other book out there that actually manages to be more boring than Mein Kampf. You know what it is? That Scientology book, Dianetics. And that should really tell you something. Why do you only seem to listen to the Mexican radio station? You mean, ¿Quién se ventiame? Lo grande, The one that's always playing on the radio out there whenever you come to and fro out of this house? There is a reason for that. It goes back well over 20 years. Like a lot of you, I like to begin my day and end my day listening to music. But I don't like chasing stations up and down the dial, so I leave it at one fixed station. And it used to be an easy listening oldies station. And one night, years ago, I was putting on my pajamas to, Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream, make her the sweetest that you ever seen. And I went to bed, and then I woke up the next morning to, Orale! And I was thinking, what the hell is this? And then I realized what a lot of people forget. Radio stations, the management, the program directors, oftentimes even the ownership, they can change overnight. And nobody ever tells you. It just happens. And that's what took place. And I remember getting angry and shutting it off. And later that night, I forgot and I turned it back on, and there it was, and back and forth, on and off. This went on for a week. Till I finally said, to hell with it, just let it play. Leave it alone. And then gradually, I began to remember something. How much I love mariachi music, Tejano music, traditional Mexican music. I adore it. And better still, they were just starting out. They were at the most low-tech, rinky-dink, DIY grassroots level. They sounded like they were broadcasting out of the back of a van in Tijuana. Bells and whistles and sound effects. And no sponsors. No sponsors. No commercials. It was solid music. Oh, it was beautiful. All these years later, they got plenty of sponsors and lots of commercials. But therein is another silver lining. The commercials are all in Mexican. And there is nothing quite so easy to ignore as a commercial that's all gibberish.